Welcome to another episode of the Balancing Hormones Naturally podcast, where we offer actions and steps you can take today to start balancing your hormones naturally. This is your podcast host, Leah Brueggemann. I am a functional diagnostic nutritional practitioner. I am honored and excited to be your guide on your journey to better understanding your hormonal health and how it affects your everyday life. Hey ladies, Happy New Year. It's 2023 and I have Killian with me here and you can hear him breathing, or sucking on his pacifier, which either one, but he's in the baby carrier and he's slowly drifting off to sleep. So I thought I would talk today. I don't know, let's get personal. Let's chat a little bit about the new year. I feel like a lot of times the new year gives people a lot of motivation, kickstart to start some new things and have some new goals. And I know that a lot of times they're health related. So I thought I would talk about some things that I think would be really beneficial maybe for you to add in to your goals for 2023 for your hormones, and share a little bit about what I'm doing, especially being newly postpartum and all that fun stuff. So let's start off first with, let's talk about goals first, okay? So I think sometimes when we set goals, we reach for the stars, which is amazing. But then maybe when we don't reach it, then we get really frustrated and we're just like, oh, now I'm just gonna quit because I didn't do it. And so I'll let you know a little secret. Something that I actually have my clients do is have 3-level goals and habit stacking. So when it comes to 3-level goals, you're probably like, what on earth does that mean, Leah? I will tell you. Just be patient. I will tell you. So 3-level goals are having 1, the bare minimum, and then 2, you bare minimum plus, and then level 3 is all of the level 1 and 2 plus the extras. And why do I do this is because I think that it's so important to being consistent is to have a win every single day, to feel like you didn't lose, right? And so something that I love people to put on level 1 is something that if the day just goes horrible and you get nothing done and do nothing that you want to do and you're in bed, you can still get up and do this because it takes like 5 minutes and you can still go, oh, check, I did it. And so then that gives you that motivation to go to day 2, the next day, and continue on instead of being like, well, I failed, I'm just gonna quit. So I'm a really big believer in the power of like the snowball. So get it rolling and stay on it, because consistency wins. Perfection doesn't win because nobody's perfect. And so if you're like, January 1st, I am starting my diet where I'm not going to eat, like you put thousands of foods on there, and I'm going to walk, 20,000 steps a day, and I'm going to get in 6 workouts a week, and I'm going to drink 120 ounces of water every single day, and then you don't do that, and then we just quit. Like, nobody's going to be perfect, okay? So consistency wins. Okay, so let me give you some examples of level 1 goals. For some people, or for a lot of people, I'm just going to give you an example of a bunch of level 1 goals. So for me, one of my level 1 goals is getting outside. And the only thing I put on there is getting outside. So if all baloney breaks loose, when all the kids are in bed, I can go outside and stand on the porch and just breathe for 5 minutes. Check mark, I got outside, okay? It doesn't have to be, I don't put a walk on there. Is my ideal a walk? Yeah, my ideal is a walk. But sometimes where I live in the Arctic, okay, I don't really live in the Arctic, all my Canada friends are just gonna smack me when I say that, but I hate the cold, you guys. I hate the cold. So when it's like -11 with the wind chill, I'm not gonna be walking with the kiddos outside. So I have to be realistic. Another level 1 goal that I really like is magnesium for me. So magnesium is pretty much the only supplement that I ever really talk about that I feel like is universal to pretty much everybody needing, and it's pretty much safe for everybody. Again, that's not medical advice. And magnesium has made such a massive difference in my life. And so I can get out of bed and go downstairs and take my magnesium and swallow it, and I don't even have to rebrush my teeth, right? So that is a level 1 goal for me. Getting outside is a level 1 goal. Another good ones are like doing some breathing exercises to like help regulate your nervous system. Again, you can do that while you're laying in bed, doing like square breathing or some EFT tapping, or any one of your other supplements that maybe you've been put on by your practitioner that you feel like is life-changing and you want to be consistent with. That's a great level 1 goal. Level 2 goals. Now we're building upon that. Okay. So like now we're habit stacking. So maybe it's like level 2 is like, I want to get all of my supplements in, or I want to get my seed cycling in. So things that, maybe you can't do without having to rebrush your teeth. I'd have to rebrush my teeth if I ate my seeds at nighttime. So that one's another really good one. Another one is keeping a promise to yourself. So like doing something for yourself every single day that doesn't involve your kids or your husband or your significant other or your family, or it's just you. It's like a selfish thing. And I don't mean selfish in a bad way. I mean selfish as in it's just for you to fill up your cup. And that could be like learning a dance on YouTube, or learning a song on the piano, or doing karaoke, or reading 5 minutes of a nonfiction book or a fiction book, whichever. But it's just something that you love. It doesn't have to take 25 hours. It can just take 5 minutes. But deciding what that is when you wake up in the morning and then keeping your promise to yourself to do that, that's a great level 2 goal. And then level 3 is like, this is, bing, bam, boom. You're just like, I killed it today. So this would be maybe you nailed all of your meals. You got your workout in. You took a walk today. You did your EFT tapping. You went to therapy. I don't know, whatever your goals are. That's level 3. Does that make sense? So you build upon them, but I have them in those levels because some days you have decision fatigue, you guys, and you wake up and you go, oh my gosh, it's such a bad day. And then trying to figure out what you can do to try and make yourself feel better is just, that's another decision and your brain can't come up with that decision. So I would highly recommend that you sit down and you write your level 3 goals. And then I would love if you don't have to share them on social media, maybe put your hand over the list, but take a screenshot and share it and tag me on the podcast. So Leah, Leah_BRUEG, because I want to cheer you on. And then I also feel like that's a great way to encourage other women to, take pen to paper and write down their level goals. So I highly recommend you do that. So that's my number 1 tip for New Year, New You, is to give your goals some levels. And then I'm going to tell you some things that I think consistently across the board you could maybe add in for your resolutions to really help happy hormones, okay? So number 1 is going to be, I want you to commit to seed cycling consistently for 6 cycles, because you need 3 cycles to see a significant difference. And so 6 cycles, you gave it a full-blown shot, and if you don't notice a difference by then, I highly encourage you to just stop. But give it that amount of time to see if you notice a difference, to give it a full-blown shot. So seed cycling, I feel like, you guys, I'm beating a dead horse here. I think you all know what seed cycling is. There's actually finally studies coming out on seed cycling, and I have some clients that just say, I don't need those studies because I just noticed such a massive improvement And that speaks for itself. And I totally agree, because sometimes studies are just behind, especially when it comes to food. I'm gonna be honest, because studies, like, nobody makes any money on food. So they're not going to study flax seeds or pumpkin seeds as rigorously as they're going to study something else that makes everybody a lot of money. So we're just gonna, topic for another day, Leah's rant on Big Pharma. So 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds, 1 tablespoon of flax seeds, whole, organic, and from period to ovulation every single day, and then ovulation to period you switch to sesame and sunflower, tablespoon of each. You all know that I love Funk It Wellness. I use Funk It Wellness, and they're a seed cycling subscription company, and so they grind the seeds right before they send them to you so they don't go rancid, which is why you don't want to buy why you don't want to buy ground, because they go rancid sitting on those shelves. And they're in like non-opaque, is that the word, you guys, where you can't see through the bag? So like they're not getting that light. So what you do is, they're always linked in the show notes, so literally you can just scroll up, or you can just go to funkitwellness.com, do the subscription, because you save money and get free shipping, and then use the code LEAH15, LEAH15, and yeah, this isn't sponsored by them. I like them and I use them. I'm gonna also let you in on a little secret with seed cycling, you guys. So I used to buy my seeds and grind them, and it was very hard to be consistent because my husband kept finding flax seeds in the coffee grinder or whatever seeds, and that was gross and he didn't like that. And so Kate was like, can I send you some seeds, like, one of our subscriptions? And I was like, sure, like, it's fine, like, I'll try them, fully thinking that like they're just gonna be just like my seeds. I am so much more consistent because they're ground and they're not rancid, and they taste so good. They taste miles different than my store-bought seeds, which is so weird. But I think it's the quality of where she sources her seeds from. So I fully expected to try those seeds and be like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna keep doing my seeds from the store. But with the subscription discount and then my code discount, it's actually pretty comparable to buying your seeds at the store. So that's my insight and my 2 cents there. So use that code, get an awesome discount, and you guys, I make like $1 when you buy them. So please don't think that I'm like recommending you buy these seeds because I'm making like oodles and oodles of money off of you. I'm not. I'm making like $1. So I highly recommend that you just check them out because I love them. And what a way to gift yourself New Year, New You. Okay, so seed cycling. My next one is, this is free. I really highly recommend that you add in 5 to 10 minutes of nervous system regulation. And you can sprinkle this throughout the day. You can put this all at one time. This is really just helping to unlayer that cup, because how do you feel like you're out and about and you're like, I can be nice to everybody, and then I get home and I want to just annihilate my family? Well, you're comfortable with them and you feel very safe and loved there, so that's part of it. But also, you're just literally filling up this cup of anxiety and anger, and then the top just blows. Okay, so let's take some time every day to like empty that so the pressure never builds. So go back and listen to the episode on Heal the Hustle. That one's really good. I think that will help you. But you could just do some things that I do is in the morning, like as I am nursing Killian or I'm changing a diaper, so I'm like standing there and I feel my feet firmly planted on the ground, and then I go through and I feel like all my toes, I wiggle them and I feel them planted on the ground, and then I kind of go up and I just sway, and it really just gets you into your body and just more grounded. So that's a really good one. Before I eat, I kind of just check in and be like, hey, how are you feeling? And then I'll do some deep belly breaths to really stimulate that vagus nerve and get me into that rest and digest. So those are really great ways, or just doing a little bit of EFT tapping throughout the day. Those are also really great ways. Just really unburdening that cup before it just goes boom. That one's free. Another free one is balancing your blood sugar. You guys, Have I beaten this to a pulp? Literally every episode that I ever am a guest on, people are like, what's one thing that you recommend everyone does, Leah? And I say blood sugar balance. Everyone needs to balance their blood sugar. Everyone. So I'm not gonna like explain that too much here because we have 1,000 episodes on it. Just go back. They're titled like blood sugar balance for weight loss, blood sugar balance for optimal hormones, mastering your metabolism. Like, just go back and listen to them. Highly recommend them. So those are those are all free. I highly recommend them. I think everybody should do them. Let's see here. What are some other things that you can do? Oh, this is a really good one. I want you to start adding some Celtic sea salt to your water. Get your hydration up, okay? So that one is, you can do Redmond's sea salt, which I think there's a discount for them linked in the show notes. They're also at a lot of grocery stores. Or you can just do Celtic sea salt and just do a pinch. Really, really helps your hydration. So if you're someone that the more water you drink, you just pee it all straight out, this will be a good one for you. So that one is really good to get your hydration up. Hydration and making sure your electrolytes are up is actually really good for your stomach acid, so therefore going to be really good for bloating. Another great one is committing to eating 3 meals a day. Again, did I say you take out any foods? Did I say that you go on a strict diet? No, I just said commit to eating 3 meals. And I know some of you are going, but Leah, I'm trying to lose weight. Yeah, still eat 3 meals, honey. Stop like eating your kids' leftovers and not actually eating a meal and nourishing your body. Commit to 3 meals. It's a great one. Great one. I love that for happy hormones. Another one that's really, really great is committing to sleep. I wish somebody would tell my child that, hey, Killian, I would love to commit to sleep this year. That one's really, really great, 7 to 8 hours, 8 to 9, quality sleep if you can, to the best of your ability, not scrolling on TikTok or Instagram or wherever. Those are all just so simple, so free, and just foundations. Blood sugar is a foundation. Managing your stress is a foundation. Eating enough food is a foundation, right? We didn't even talk about fancy supplements. So now if you want to be really nosy, I'll tell you about what I'm planning on doing and some goals that I'm working on. And I'm held accountable by my group and Caitlin, who is one of our coaches. I always text her when I finished for the day. I'm like, done and done. So things that I'm doing, a lot of these actually pertain to postpartum, so there's that. One of them is my hypopressive breathing, which is for my pelvic floor. I try and do that 5 days a week. It takes like 10 to 15 minutes a day. It's not that bad. And yeah, you've probably already heard Angie's episode, or maybe it's coming out soon, about how this like just dramatically changed my pregnancy and my labor. So I do that. Another one is working out 4 days a week. And I'm not doing an insane workout, you guys. It's like 20 to 30 minutes and it's inside. It's a home workout. They're programmed by Caitlin. If you aren't in her like membership for, she has like a really low cost membership where she does like cycle syncing workouts for you. Yes, I am not cycling because I have no cycle right now, but I still have her do my workouts. And I just go simple. I keep it under 30 minutes, and I would have never been able to do this with Landon, but even though we still aren't sleeping amazing, I am doing well energy-wise, thank you to minerals. So that is one of my goals, just because I am such a nicer person to be around when I get that workout in. I feel so proud of myself. I feel so accomplished. I'm just a nicer person all around. And then, so my hypopressive training, my working out, and you're gonna laugh at this one. My goal is 7,000 steps a day. And I actually easily hit that more often than not. I mean, I hit that more than 7,000, but I started at 7,000 because I really only consistently hit over 10,000 if I can take a walk outside. And it's the Arctic here. Remember we discussed that, and I can't always take a walk with the kiddos. And so I didn't want to like make this goal that was just impossible and then just get really frustrated with myself. And so I was like, okay, being inside, I can do 7,000, as you know, and if I'm barely close to it, I can like do some circles around the house and it will be fine. So that was a doable but a little bit of a stretch goal to be consistent with me. And a lot of mine just contain movement, you guys, because I'm sitting in nursing a lot. Yeah, I'm sitting in nursing a lot. And movement and I'm not doing like HIIT, I'm not doing cardio, everything is very gentle. Not taxing on my adrenals, but so good for my mental health. And one of my goals is to get back my strength postpartum, like, and just, yeah, get back my strength. That's like really, I like my strength goals, which is very important to me. I like feeling strong. I like being able to squat a lot of weight, and I haven't even made it to the weight bench yet because, you know, we're still working inside because it's freezing outside in the garage. Okay. Anyways, moving on. So those are some of my goals. Another one is to be very consistent with my water. So I fill up my water bottles with my electrolytes, and that helps me see like how much I've drank throughout the day, especially with breastfeeding. I need to be consistent with my water as well. So that's one of my things to really be on top of. Another one actually this year is I did it pretty well last year, and I'm gonna continue it forward, is reading fiction books. And the reason, like, it's much harder now with a newborn baby, but I don't read them very fast, but is to stay on top of that, because that's one of the things that's literally just for me, and I like them. And it sparks my creativity, which is really, really great, because, you know, I'm always reading health books, and I'm always reading, like, you know, self-development and growing and trying to grow in all of those areas and grow in my knowledge and take health courses and do all of this stuff so I can better serve my clients. But this is just for me to read fiction books. So I don't even have read one per week, because that honestly will never happen. But we can read like one per month. Okay, so we can try that goal for one per month, because I can do that. And then my other one is to consistently journal 5 days a week. So I didn't put 7, I said 5. See how I'm like making realistic goals here? Like even 5 sometimes is a little bit of a stretch, because I can't always get up before the kiddos, and so then I have to try and fit it in during a nap or fitting in at nighttime. And journaling looks different for me. Sometimes I have like something specific I journal on, like, what are you struggling with? And or what are your goals? Or sometimes I just sit and I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. And I just like write what's going on. It just helps to get it out. I don't have a consistent journaling practice of like, I always take this quote and I journal on it. I don't do that. So those are some things. And I know you didn't hear me go, oh, balance your blood sugar, Leah, blah, blah, blah. Because I've been doing that for a while. That's a consistent one. It's not a new goal for mine. It's a consistent one, which I'm very thankful for. So these are just kind of ones that I'm trying to get a little bit better at and be more consistent. Something I actually am doing, which is just for me, is I got a massage membership, and you have to hold me accountable to actually like going and taking those massages, you guys. So I get one per month. So you need to check in and be like, did you do your massage this month, Leah? Because knowing Leah, I'll just like stock them up or something. Be like, I'm too busy. So that is one. And then we have some pretty cool business goals for this coming year, which are really, really fun. Ooh, you guys are getting like the goods. We're actually bringing on another coach for one-on-one coaching, which is getting a name change. Are you ready? You guys are really getting the inside scoop. I don't think I've announced this yet. So we're gonna change it from one-on-one coaching, like the title, to Hormone Reset Premium Access, because you are getting so much more than one-on-one coaching, because you're getting another coach now. So you're getting like weekly or monthly programmed workouts depending on whatever your goals are. And you're getting like the weekly Q&As. We're also doing like a deep dive topic every month, which is also like open to all alumni. So if you're in our alumni program, you get to join in on the monthly deep dives. And so you guys have your training materials and education that you get every single week, but then you get a monthly deep dive. So it's like one time maybe we're going to do a deep dive education on parasites, or a deep dive on liver, or whatever. If you just want to go like super nerdy and like learn even more about a certain topic, we're adding those in, which is really cool. And then you obviously still get your labs, and you still get one-on-one private like support from me, but you just are getting so much more now too. So we just decided to change the name, because you're getting more than just me. You're also getting another coach, which is pretty cool. And so then you can just get even more support. So where was I going with that, you guys? I have no idea. Anyway, it got a new name. So that's really, really exciting to have that moving and going forward. I started some new certification courses to do like a deep dive in blood chemistry in a functional standpoint, which I'm really excited about. And then another one in organic acids, which you may not know what that is, and that's totally fine. But it just gives me more insight on my clients. I think I did another deep dive certification course on thyroid as well, to just, just keep learning. I just want to keep learning and keep guiding you. And so that's really cool. We are branching into YouTube at some point in 2023. And so you can give me some ideas whether or not you even like this, but we're actually just going to do really short videos of like recipes, or like me like showing like, hey, these are some of my favorite hormone happy recipes, or even like reactions to videos of like people's like daily eating or things, and I'm like, okay, these are some subtle tweaks that I would make to make this hormone happy, things like that. So let me know, or like just hacks. They're not going to be like Leah vlogging her life. I'm totally not doing that. So don't even ask. So let me know if that's something you would be interested in. We're bringing that into 2023. What else are we bringing? Oh my gosh, you guys, we're going to try and get these really cool guests on for 2023. So if there's ever a topic you wanted to hear about, or a guest, please message Leah on Instagram. I don't know why I just called myself in the third person. Please do that. So, that would be awesome. We are bringing on some brand sponsorships in 2023 as well, which I'm really excited about. And I am telling you about this because I want you to know my promise when it comes to this. So I am never ever going to promote a product that I personally wouldn't use, you guys, or personally haven't been using for a very long time. Because I very much want to, I value your trust in my opinion, and I don't ever want to break that. So I'm only going to share things that I've been using, or I've been having my clients using with amazing results. And that's obviously what I will share with you. And that's it. I actually had a brand reach out. Actually, I have a lot of brands reach out, and I just say no. No matter how much money, I'm like, sorry, I can't share that with my audience. But I recently had one, they're going to pay us a lot of money to talk about this gut product. And it was like, a one size fits all tincture that you take, and it just heals your gut, and it like gets rid of parasites and makes you feel amazing. And they were gonna pay us a lot of money, and I said no. And I was like, bye bye. You can like see the dollar bills like floating away, because I just I can't do that. You guys, I talk about it all the time that there's no one product that goes around for everyone with their gut issues, and you need to make sure your drainage pathways are open before you start killing off bugs, and you need to make sure you even need to kill off bugs and your body's strong enough. So I'm not going to promote that. Anyways, so that's my promise to you, that as you hear some brands come on, know that I truly love them, and I am trusting you, or I'm trusting them with you, which is a big call. So anyways, that's my commitment promise to you there. I'm really excited for the podcast growth in 2023. We are making some great strides, and that's due to you. So we actually we saw our stats come back from the podcast, and this is gonna make me cry. Okay. Our podcast is in one of the top one. It is in the 1% of the most globally shared podcasts, and 50% of those shares are from text messages, which means, I don't know how they track that. That's kind of creepy, actually. But that means that you guys take the podcast episode and you send it to your friend because you find value in it, and you know they're going to find value in it. And that just makes me cry because I do not take that trust lightly. And that makes me really happy that you guys love this podcast and you love the guests that we bring on and what we talk about. So thank you. Yeah, that's just thank you. And please continue doing that, because that's how we get this message out for women to heal their hormones. So thank you. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you. Okay, other thing that we're going to start doing, it's going to be end of 2023 is actually speaking events. So if you've ever wanted me to come speak an event or do an event somewhere where you are, reach out to us. So we're going to coordinate with some groups to come out and just do some speaking events. So we're going to just talk about understanding your cycle, working with your cycle, advocating for yourself, learning to like use nutrition to support the rise and fall of your hormones, and just understanding your body more as a woman, and working with your cycle and all of that stuff. So we're going to do some speaking engagements, which I'm really excited about. Yeah. And then we brought on some team members to help a little bit more so I don't lose my mind, because I love the podcast. I love creating content for you, and I love coaching. You know, those are my two loves. And so I'm trying to, delegate everything else, because there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes to get the coaching and the podcast and the content out to you. So we did bring on some team members to help with that, and they're just killing it. I'm so thankful for my team. You're probably listening to this as you guys edit it. Because yes, I finally stopped editing my own podcasts because I ran out of time. But obviously I'm still recording them because hello, you hear me. So we brought on a team members so that I can keep serving you, because we were actually having to turn away clients and like put so many things on wait lists because I just didn't have any more time. And I hate to be like, sorry, we can't help you right now because Leah's bandwidth is full. And so we really changed some things around so that we can make sure that we are able to help all of the women who come to us and need help. So anyway, that's a little bit about what we're doing in 2023 business-wise, which I'm really, really excited about. And I have some vacation scheduled in there, which is going to be nice. And just, hanging out with the boys and watching Killian grow and Landon be a big brother, which is so much fun. He's such a sweet big brother. He'll come home from doing things, like he's in swim class right now, and he comes home from and runs to Killian and he goes, I got a sticker, Killian, look at my sticker. And my heart just, melts in this little tiny puddle, or a big puddle, I don't really know. Anyways, So yeah, I want to make sure that I'm prioritizing family and prioritizing clients and prioritizing being able to give you guys free support and content. I literally, the amount of free stuff that we put out there is just astronomical. So the podcast, all of the Instagram reels and TikTok reels, and then our free Facebook group, which we have trainings in there, free guides, like, yeah, I mean, I always, every once in a while, I'll share on Instagram, like, rude people, because especially on social media, I'll get some really rude comments sometimes. But I also get some rude responses to emails where people will sign up for a freebie and then they're like, never mind, like, stop telling me about, like, food I can take for my painless periods or whatever. And I'm just like, okay, you're the one that signed up for it, but let's just keep rolling. And so I'll bring attention to sometimes the very rude people because they're just so frustrating. Because we do put our heart into creating all this free content, but I would say 99% of you out there are incredible and awesome. And so I just want to say thank you for you being you, and thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing this, and thank you for giving us this space to help so many women. I mean, you guys, we've helped, I think at this point, we've helped over 400 women personally in our programs, and thousands and thousands and thousands through social media and the podcast and you sharing. So I just want to say I'm grateful for you, and I hope you have a very good new year. Do you feel like you are doing a semi-good job at implementing things from this podcast? Or do you feel like it's all great knowledge, but I haven't actually implemented any things? Or do you feel like you have a lot of questions, you just need some accountability, you want it step by step laid out? Then the Hormone Reset Program is for you. It is open for enrollment right now. The Hormone Reset Program is our signature 8-week group program. And this is where you're going to nail your foundations and really start to see incredible differences in your health. So in the Hormone Reset Program, we're going to take you step by step through how to implement your foundations so that you can be consistent and finally start seeing those differences. So a lot of times I'll hear people say, well, how does this work in a group program? That's because everybody needs to work on balancing their blood sugar. Everyone needs to support their liver. Everyone needs to support their gut. Those foundations don't change. You need to learn how to track your cycle. You need to understand your cycle. But a lot of times when you are starting to implement these changes, you go, okay, I have a question. This doesn't make sense. And that is where the group program and the group Q&As and the group calls can really be life-changing for you, because so many times when we start implementing changes, we have questions and then we can't find the answers easily, and then we get frustrated and we quit. Or you start implementing changes and you just go, hey, I just need this accountability of other women doing it with me. Then the Hormone Reset Program is for you. So we have all these training modules for you. You have a Facebook accountability group where you're like, who on earth is that, Leah? That's me, that's Caitlin. We are your coaches, and we are in there answering questions for you every single day. We're looking at your meals. We're helping you tweak your meals. It's 8 weeks, you guys, a gift to yourself to finally truly start seeing a difference and start feeling amazing. So we have had women come out of this with painless periods. They went in with painful periods. We've had women come out with way more stable moods. They came in because they had PCOS, PMDD, and they got their cycle back. They regulated their cycles. We've had so many hormone reset babies, which is so exciting. Women get rid of their bloating, get rid of their hormonal acne, get rid of their hormonal migraines. They've finally been able to lose weight. So if any of these symptoms are resonating with you, then the Hormone Reset Program is, I am sure, a great fit for you. If you go, okay, I am not quite sure, I just encourage you to click on the link in the show notes or just go to leahbrueggemann.com and read the testimonials. Read the stories of the women who have been through this before you. And if you feel like you still aren't sure if this is a good fit for you, please reach out to me personally on Instagram. Leah, Leah _Brug, or send us an email through the contact form on the website. We want this to be an empowering decision for you. We want you to feel safe. We want you to feel comfortable. So if you are in any way unsure, please reach out to us. But this is one of the biggest changes that you can make to just start feeling amazing. Thank you for listening to today's episode of Balancing Hormones Naturally. If you found this helpful, I would love for you to share it with a friend and post it on your stories and tag Balancing Hormones Naturally podcast so we can get this message out. You can find me on Instagram at Leah _Brug, and I would absolutely love to hear from you.